video requests. As you can see, I'm in a new setting. I'm in the office, and I have my ring light set up that I just got. If you watched my last video, you saw I got it for my birthday, because I do a lot of content creation, not just ASMR, but it is very helpful for ASMR. And yeah, I'm in the office, but it is the desk is kind of a mess, so hopefully that's not too distracting and you can just fall asleep, and relax to the sounds of my whispers. So, yeah, let's get started. Oh, I forgot to mention, I have had a cold for like 2 weeks and a half, and I don't have any symptoms other than my nose being super stuffy. And it's not like the stuffy where like you could blow your nose, like it doesn't come out, it's like clogged. And I've used the like nasal spray or whatever you call it, and it did help for like an hour, and then it cleared out, but then everything came right back. So it's very annoying. I've been up every night blowing my nose or trying to blow my nose because I can't breathe through my nose. So yeah, I'm sorry if I kind of sound like stuffy and I'm breathing heavy because I can't breathe through my nose. Anyways, let's get started. So, I want to start off by talking about my most recent hyperfixation. It's a little bit, I wanted to make this video a while ago, but whatever, we're doing it now. So, my most recent hyperfixation in the pop culture sphere is, drumroll please, Wicked. So, I love Wicked. If you know me, you know I love Wicked. In fact, my friend just dropped off a late birthday gift for me, and it was a Wicked t-shirt. And last night, I took a bath, and I used my Wizard of Oz bath bomb. I'll put a picture here. My boyfriend actually got me the Wicked and Lush bath bomb set for Christmas, so that's what that was from. And I was thinking it would be fun to do a video, like an ASMR video, doing like a Glinda roleplay or something, and then incorporating that bath bomb somehow into it. Because I have a Glinda one too. But yeah, back to Wicked. I had actually never seen the play Wicked prior to seeing the movie. I had heard of it, but I knew very little. I have seen The Wizard of Oz, but I didn't even really remember the storyline that much. So going into Wicked blindly was a really fun surprise. I just thought like it was a very compelling story, which I didn't know it would be. I thought it was gonna be like the classic Disney, like, well, I don't want to give it away, but yeah, it was different, unique, compelling, and a lot of things. Like, I loved that the sets were all practical. I was really impressed by that. The singing was live because they wanted to pay homage to the Broadway cast, so their voices, Cynthia and Ariana, were just phenomenal. And I just feel like Ariana said in her interviews, like, she really took care of her character, and so did Elphaba, Cynthia Erivo. And yeah, I remember seeing the trailer for the first time in the movie theater, and I was like, that doesn't look that good. And I didn't really get interested in seeing it until about a week before, when I was seeing it all over TikTok on my social media, and I was mostly just seeing like the interviews between Ariana and Cynthia, and they just was on when it came out on New Year's, and I've made like almost all of my close friends and boyfriend watch it, and every single time I sob at the same parts. I guess I could say this isn't really a spoiler, but I'll say what scene I sobbed at. I sobbed at the dance scene. That part just gets me on so many levels. Like, I don't want to make any spoilers. If you want me to do a whole review on Wicked, I will do that with spoilers, because I could talk about Wicked for hours. Oh my god, I love it so much. And it's just kind of surprising because I was never like a theater kid or really into musicals even. Like, I don't really like musicals actually, but I fell in love. Like, I actually love Wicked, and I can't say that about too many things. So yes, if you haven't seen it, highly recommend. I think everyone can find a piece of themselves in that movie, so everyone could enjoy it in some capacity. So yeah, and then speaking of Wicked, the Grammys, or not the Grammys, the Golden Globes weren't too long ago, and I was pretty mad at how that went. I did watch the other Golden Globe nominees for movies, like it was The Substance, which was amazing. That definitely deserved an award. I watched Anora, also very deserving of an award. And then Wicked, obviously. And then I think there might have been 2 other movies, but I know Amelia Perez I did not see, and that won the most awards, which I guess I can't fairly critique it because I've never seen it. I have seen clips on TikTok, and from what I've seen, it does not look good. And I've seen critiques that, like, it's racist, and the director didn't do his research, and the director was French, which my boyfriend is French, he lives in France, and we got in some arguments about it because he was like, that's just because Americans don't understand French, like, humor and stuff. And I'm like, okay, but you've literally never seen the movie either, so we both really don't have a fair say in it. But I'm just upset that Wicked didn't win as many, but we still have the Oscars, and I'm hopeful that they will win some Oscars. So yeah, if they lose to Amelia Perez, I'm gonna be sad, because they were just really deserving, I think. Wicked. What else? Speaking of movies, I'm not gonna talk too much about this, but if you guys are following the It Ends With Us drama, which I don't want to even put that into pop culture because there are some serious allegations which I don't think should be speculated on, but I will say, fun fact, my sister-in-law, she actually worked on that movie. She works for the production company, and she talked to Blake Lively like she was directly communicating with her. She was seeing her in person, like she was helping her at events. So I may or may not know some inside stuff, but I cannot say for sure. But yeah, I'm not really gonna choose a side. I'm just gonna say everything is not always as it seems. Like, both people might be telling the truth. I don't know. Or they might both be lying. I don't know. What else? Speaking of Blake Lively, her bestie, Taylor Swift, who, if you've seen any of my other videos, I've mentioned Taylor Swift quite a bit, and I'm a huge Swiftie, so, yeah, I watched the Super Bowl essentially for her because I do not care about football. I couldn't even name one football member until Taylor Swift started dating Travis Kelce. And yeah, the Super Bowl was sad because, or it wasn't even sad, it was just like very anticlimactic because what's their team? The Chiefs. They were like 0 or something. They lost. Yeah, but then there was this whole like ordeal about Travis Kelce not sticking up for Taylor Swift a week prior to, or a day prior, or maybe a few days prior to the Super Bowl. They asked Travis Kelce how he felt about Trump attending the Super Bowl, and Travis Kelce said he was honored, and a lot of people thought that was messed up of him, which I agree. It was messed up considering that Trump has tweeted about how much he hates Taylor Swift several times and essentially cyberbullied her. So yeah, if that was my boyfriend, I wouldn't want him saying it's an honor for him to come. Like, it's personal at that point. And then on top of that, like, just in general, I don't know. I'm pretty strong in my opinions, but I kind of want to keep my political beliefs separated from ASMR, because I just want this to be a space where you can kind of forget about the world. So that's all I'm gonna say on that topic. We can talk about the Grammys now. Taylor Swift, I loved her dress and her little like chain thigh necklace. I don't know what you call it. Thigh-cliss. I loved it. A lot of people didn't like it, but I loved the red. She looks gorgeous in red. And she had that doll girl energy with her short dress and high heels. And then, yeah, I didn't expect her to win a Grammy, actually, even though I loved the album that was nominated, Tortured Poets Department. It's one of my favorite albums next to Folklore and Reputation. I was surprisingly happy that she didn't win, just because people can be really cruel and annoying on the internet whenever Taylor wins something. Not that like she can't handle it, obviously she can. She's been in the industry for decades now. People kind of ended up doing that to Beyonce. Beyonce won for country, which a lot of people aren't happy about because they say it wasn't country. But then I did see some people say like, oh, you're racist because you think country only fits in this box. And I don't know enough about country to hold an opinion on that. But I did also hear that the songs that were country were very few. Like, there was probably, I don't know, this is just what I heard, there was like 3 songs on the album that were actually country and the rest weren't. And so I think with that logic, she should have made the entire album country. I don't know, I could be wrong, please don't quote me on that. I don't have an opinion on that either, because I don't really know enough. I didn't even listen to the album. All I know is what people are saying, and people are mad about it, and I'm not 100% sure if their critiques were valid or not. So, yeah, I was really glad that Chapel won an award, and Sabrina, did she win an award? I can't even remember, but all the pop girlies were going off, like, they were amazing. Oh, and then Doechii. I don't listen to rap, but I was really impressed by her performance, and I understand why she's so popular and like why she won an award. So happy for her. Love to see the girlies win. Oh, Billie Eilish, oh my gosh, I just remembered the Billie Eilish. That was sad. Like, I like Billie Eilish, but I wouldn't say I'm a fan. Like, a stan, I don't know. Like, I'm a fan of her, but I'm not like a fan, you know? Like, I'm like a distant fan, I guess. So, I did see a lot of people say, well, she obviously looked devastated that she didn't win, and then I also saw a lot of people say that this is like the one album she's most proud of. So yeah, that is a loss for her. That's pretty sad. But yeah, I love watching the Grammys and performances and music. They're so fun. Oh my god, I forgot to talk about Kanye. I don't want to talk about Kanye, actually. I kind of think he just does things to be controversial just to get attention, which, not good. No bueno. So, let's talk about the shows that I've recently watched. I actually just started 2 shows yesterday. Number 1 was Apple Cider Vinegar. I had never heard of Australian woman named Belle Gibson, and she is basically a con artist. She pretended she had brain cancer for years and kind of built her entire platform on that. And Belle Gibson is played by Caitlin Dever, and that's actually what kind of drew me into watch this, because I love Caitlin Dever. I've seen her in Booksmart and not what else, but I actually am writing a book, and I imagine my main character as Caitlin Dever. Like, I would love for Caitlin Dever to play my main character in my book. I mean, it's kind of a random, but she's a great actress, and that's just how I imagine my character to look like. So yeah, that's what compelled me to watch this show. And I actually surprisingly love a good con artist show. Like, I loved Inventing Anna Delvey. It still makes for entertainment and an interesting story that people have the like capacity to do stuff like that, like absolutely sociopathic. But I'm only on episode 3, so I haven't finished. So far it's pretty interesting. It's a little slow, especially like the side storylines with the side characters, but I don't know, maybe it'll come together soon. So yeah, I'm watching that. And then I also last night watched and finished the Gabby Petito documentary, which that's so horrific and sad, such a sad story. I can't believe that happened, and I'm so frustrated that the parents aren't in jail. Like, they 100% should be prosecuted, because if you watch the docuseries, you'll see they're so complicit, is that the word? Like, they're unwilling to help in any capacity, and they knew she was missing. Okay, so if you don't know the Gabby Petito story, then you must be living under a rock. No. Gabby Petito was a victim of murder by her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. This story blew up over the internet because prior to getting murdered, she was just missing, and it was quite obvious that her boyfriend had something to do with it because he had fled. He was living with her, and they were living the van life, and she was a vlogger, and then all of a sudden she stopped posting on social media. She stopped contacting her parents, family, friends. Parents had figured out that she had gone missing or that something was wrong, and so they went to the parents, and the parents were completely unwilling to help her answer any questions, but they found out that Brian, the boyfriend, was back home, which just makes no sense. And that he had a lawyer. Why would you hire a lawyer if you didn't do anything wrong? Like, obviously something happened. And so yeah, this blew up because cops were like doing an open investigation and asking the media questions if they had any information, and a bunch of information came out. Like, a few days prior there was cop footage of them getting into it, actually, but it's a long story, and that's why there's a documentary about it. So I think everyone should watch it, especially young girls, because I think it's really educational in terms of how some men could have red flags early on, and you may not think they're as extreme as they are, but yeah, he was really manipulative early on and possessive, controlling, and yeah, I think those red flags paint a picture of how dangerous a person can be. So I think it's educational in that sense, but it is heartbreaking. It's hard to watch, so if you don't want to watch something sad, then don't, obviously. So yeah, I don't mean to group that in with pop culture. That's really insensitive. It's just, I just wanted to share what I was watching yesterday, because I was talking about TV shows. So yeah, that's what I was watching. I'm also rewatching The Fosters for the like